Hi everyone. I decided to take a step away from the normal videos that I do and wanted to talk to you guys about how to make gold. Um, I've noticed a trend when I'm talking with other demon hunters who are starting out, and I would recommend them buying the Darkmoon card. This is the best physical reduction trinket you can have in this game right now, and you can just buy it from the auction house. It is really good. Um, and the general response is I can't afford it. And this blows my mind because Legion has been the easiest for me to make money in. Um, so I want to make a quick video here today and talk to you about how I make money. Um, First off, I'm a very busy person with everything that goes on in my life. So I don't get to play as much as I used to when I was younger in college and in my 20s. So I don't have that time to play anymore. So I don't like to farm stuff because I just don't have time. So I found that if you took the method from Warlords of Draenor, where you would make all the money from your garrisons, you can actually do that in this game, or in this X-Pack, right now. And it is actually better than what it was in Warlords of Draenor. First off, let me just get this out of the way. If you need money now, the quickest, best way to make any money whatsoever is through herbalism. You can get about 7,000 gold per stack of Dreamleaf, and you can farm it, like 5-6 stacks an hour. So if you need money right now, pick up herbalism, go farm Dreamleaf, you'll get rich quick. Again, I don't have the time to do that, so what I like to do is I like to farm gold passively. And how I do that is through the Order Hall mission table. So I'm sure you guys are quite familiar with this already, but you have these gold quests here. And if you 200% the gold quest, you'll get whatever the base gold is anywhere between, I think it's like 500 to 1,000 base gold. And then the money reward from 200%ing it is always 1,500 gold. So right here, I'll make 2,200 gold by clicking Start Mission. Now, that's not a lot of money. Well, it is, but it isn't, alright? How I make money is I have 4 alts, and all of them go in gold missions. And they only go on gold missions. So in the last 4 months, I have made 600,000 gold by logging into the Warcraft app on my phone every morning before work and every night before I go to bed. And I send out all my alts on only gold missions. And I've made over 600,000 gold doing nothing, just sending my guys out. Now, there is a little prep time to get this set up. So why I'm making this video now is 7.2 implemented 2 things to make this much easier to implement. And I'm going to show you how to set this up, how to get this going, and how to, over the long period of time, make a lot of money. Now, Legion will probably be out for another year, maybe 2. So if you start this now, you can easily make several million gold by almost doing nothing. It's just a little prep time to get your alts ready, and then you just let them AFK in the order halls and you just make all the money. So first thing you got to do is you have to get your characters up to eye level 900. As of 7.2 is up to 900. So every class has ways to get equipment for your followers. Demon Hunter has a Order Hall trait that allows me to put in missions to get these armaments every 12 hours. So right now I just got one that gave me, I think it's +5. Yeah, +5 item level. So all you do is you want to keep this going all the time. Now once you have all your followers up to 900, you can stop doing this, because this is just wasted resources after everybody's capped to 900. There are some classes that are unfortunate enough, like Monk, where you can't just put in missions to pick them up, to get the armaments. There's like a small percentage after each mission to get your armor to level up your guys. Now, if you play one of those classes, Demon Hunter is not one of them, you just have to base a lot of it on luck. The second way to get armaments is simply by sending them out on these missions right here. So you want to try to 200% this as well, because right here is 20 item levels I can get from 200%ing this mission. And the other way is, well, the limiting factor to this is order hall resources. So how I maintain my alts order hall resources, because I don't run dailies on them. Like I said, I don't have time. I don't want to run dailies on them. So what I do is I use the Warden's Shoulder enchant that gives me a chance. It's called Blood Hunter. It gives me a chance to get Blood of Sargeras from anything I kill. And it adds up pretty quick, because right now I was down to 150 bloods as of last week. And right now I'm up to 223, so I've gained roughly 73 Blood of Sargeras using just these shoulder pads in the last week. And I've only done emissary quests and a raid-in. So that's not bad. While I'm here, let me show you the order hall upgrades. What's mandatory for this to work is you want to find the one, like I was saying, that's the armaments to up your level of your guys. Here's the Demon Hunter one. And the other one that's really good to use is the brand new one, the roster of champions, that gives you one extra champion. And what this allows you to do is it allows you to have as many different encounters as possible. So you want at least 2 of each. And what I mean by counters, let me go to my followers. Alright, now Havoc is a counter. So we have the Havoc counter, we have the Vengeance counter, and then we have the Outcast counter. So you should have roughly 2 of each, and then a flexible 7th person. Now, what you can do is you can get the Meatball follower. I've yet to do it. But if you do the Brawl in Orgrimmar, you can get Meatball as a follower, which is one of the best followers you can have. And there's also a Morose from Karazhan, which I've not been lucky enough to get. So, going back to supply, which you guys should already know this, there's the Blood of Sargeras vendor here. And all I do is I buy a whole bunch of resources. And each, for 1 blood, is 200 resources. I drop about 20 to 30 bloods per character. And that's a lot of resources that will last a long period of time. Now, you do not want to send your alts out on AP missions right away. You only want to send them out for anything for armaments, and then gold once you're capped. I wouldn't even send them out for gold until you get your guys capped out to 900. So, what makes this better now is 7.2. And the first one is flying. Without flying, I wouldn't do this, because it's going to be laborious to do so. And the other one is invasions. Leveling up your alts via invasions is super fast, and I have some footage here to show you how fast it is. Basically, it is 80% of a level in 15 to 20 minutes. So all I do is I have 2 alts right now that I'm leveling up, where I go to invasion, spend 15-20 minutes, do the 6 world quests, log them out, and then I'll wait until the next invasion pops up. So basically, I'm leveling up all these alts to work as my mules. So if I log on to one of my other characters real fast, my paladin here, she has done nothing besides a couple odds and ends at the beginning of the X-Pack, but for the most part, she is just my order hall mule. And she started with, I believe, like 10k gold, and right now she's all the way up to 165,000 gold. So I made about 150 grand on this character alone in 4 months. And I don't even play her. She just stays on. I use the phone app, I log in, I send out my missions, log back out. Periodically, I do have to log in to up the item level of my characters, but that's really it. Alright, so let me show you the footage of the invasions. So here we are. So invasions 7.2 and flying. I would not recommend doing this without flying. Basically, all you do is you wait for an invasion to start, and it should be 6 world quests that you can do as a low-level character. Right now I'm on my druid. Basically, I started doing this method when I was level 100. I'm now 105, and it's been maybe 2 hours worth of work. So, how I recommend doing this is you go to the world quest. Now, as a low-level character, and we're not getting gear with this method, keep in mind, it's hard for us to kill stuff. But if you get there early enough, you can tag everything and let the 110s do it, and it makes it really easy. And the 110s normally crush it, so you just tag it, let them kill it, and you move on. It's a little scumbag-ish, I guess you would say, but they don't have an issue. So that's what I've been doing. So I can show you this world quest. So here's a world quest map. And on the map you can see it rewards XP. So this is double XP. XP for the world quest and XP as a reward. So I'm just going to give it a little minute here, because if I tag it now, the HP will shoot up. I'm just going to let them get it lower. Even though I'm scumbagging and letting them kill it for me, I don't want to be, you know, an even bigger scumbag and give it more HP when it has higher HP. Alright, so let me tag it. There we go. And watch the XP bar down here. One quest, what was that, like 1 minute, and I just got 15% of an XP bar. And then I just keep rotating to the next one, and then to the next one. Some of these will give you order resources, which is great before you get to level 110, because you're going to need all the order hall upgrades. And some give artifact power, but since we don't have artifact knowledge, it sort of sucks. So what you really want is to see the XP as number 1, and then order hall resources for number 2. So we're heading towards this last one here. I'm only going to show you 2 to give you an idea. People are already fighting this one. So we'll give it a minute here.
A prime target approaches.
You also get a lot of reputation, because I'm getting Velajar and Wardens for these Warden ones. So you're also getting your rep up. So just tag it. Alright, this one will give me 600 and some order resources, plus the XP boost. There it is. So I started at essentially at 105 blank, and I'm now 28% in. So 2 world quests, I'm already 28% into a level. So this goes extremely fast. Like it's so good. So basically, there's one of these a day. Once it pops up, if I'm around, I will knock out the 6 world quests. Right now on 2 characters. Takes about half hour to 40 minutes. I get a level and a half between them, and then I don't touch them again until the next invasion. It's fast, doesn't take a lot of work, and it's easy. So this is how I'd recommend leveling up your characters to make this entire system work. Alright, so just to recap on this, I just finished the last world quest a few minutes ago. It took about 16 minutes to do all 6 of them, and in the end I made 80% experience. So 16 minutes, I got 80% of a level, and I actually grabbed, where is it at? Dauntless Treads. So if you loot the mobs that you kill, there's a very low chance you can get one of the Dauntless pieces. I've gotten one in almost 6 levels, so it's really rare, but you can still get them. So once I hit 110, that's a free 800 and, was it 850, I believe? Before any Warforged Titan Forge. So 16 minutes, 80% of a level, and Dauntless Treads. Plus I got about 2,000 order hall resources. Now on the shard count here, I've gotten 81 nether shards. I don't know where from. So in about 6 levels I got 81. So this is terrible for nether shards, at least before you're 110. Yeah, and that's really it about how to level these up. It's fast. Granted, if you just wanted to do the just do the questing plus the invasions, you'd be 110 a lot quicker. But it's going to take more time in game. Whereas if you just do just the invasions like I'm doing, it's a passive grind. You don't have to worry about it. The only downside is you're not going to have very good gear when you hit 110. But that's why there's Dauntless gear. You can just go buy for 400 shards. So yeah. So that's the leveling process. Alright, so to finish this out, there's a couple things I wanted to touch upon real quick. Once you're 110 with your alt, and as you can see, if you use invasions, it goes really fast, and you can level up as many characters as you want. I plan on leveling up every character. I have all classes to 100 prior to Legion, so I'm going to use the invasions and get them all to 110. But once you get to 110, I highly recommend that you do the Order Hall quests, the ones that we're skipping because we're just leveling up via the invasions, and unlock your Order Hall traits that way. But the other thing I wanted to cover is you need to be able to equip your followers as well. For instance, Jace here has an item that increases the success chance by 30% for short missions, and also one that increases it for long missions. So it doesn't matter if it's a short mission or long mission, he is going to be very influential on getting that 200%. And once you cap out with 7.2, you can cap them out legendary followers, you can get a third slot. So you can 200% missions with 1 or 2 people without any minions going with you. So it is very important to make sure you have good equipment in these slots. Yeah, and that's it. Once you get your character at 110, do the Order Halls, start building up your eye levels on your followers, and then it's just coasting from there. You don't have to touch them unless you have to log in, up your eye level of your followers, log back out, and then just use the phone app if you have it, and just send them out and go the gold missions and nothing but the gold missions. And if you start now, you could probably have 2 to 3 million gold easily by the end of the X-Pack. And that'd be great, starting a new X-Pack with a lot of gold. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, please like or subscribe, and otherwise, thank you for watching.